Welcome back to On the Rise as Canada's World Cup squad is finally starting to take shape, as we have learned two players who will not be earning a call-up to Canada's World Cup squad, as it's been reported by Joshua Cloak of The Athletic that Kamal Miller and Theo Bair will not be earning call-ups from Jesse Marsh to represent Canada at the home World Cup. And this is all very exciting, very interesting to finally see pieces come together for this Canadian World Cup roster. The roster we're all excited for and all awaiting to see announced is finally starting to take shape. And Kamal Miller, this is the very interesting one out of the two, because this is a player that you could have made an argument that could have had a possibility to make this team and had a pathway to make this World Cup roster. Because in his position at center back, there was the opportunity, if he played well at Portland Timbers in the MLS, to break into the squad. Because at center back, Canada has been injury riddled. The likes of Alfie Jones at Middlesbrough, the likes of Moise Bombito at OGC Nice, and Luc de Fougerolles. Even Derek Cornelius had a big injury, which saw him come back and return to Rangers, and then fall out of favor with the new manager and not earn any minutes. So there was a pathway for Kamal Miller to make this Canada roster and to have a real shout with a quality run of form at Portland to be in this Canadian squad. But it just hasn't gone his way. He has been poor in the MLS. It hasn't been Kamal Miller's season with Portland Timbers, or Portland Timbers haven't been at the races as well. Sitting in 13th in the MLS Western Conference, they have not gone going. Their goal differential is very poor, allowing 28 goals across 14 games. Kamal Miller hasn't been his best. He hasn't been up to it. At 29 years old, he has now played 10 matches in the MLS for Portland Timbers out of 14 available, and having started 7 of those, playing around 600 minutes. Kamal Miller just hasn't been up to his best when he truly needed to. If he got really running and had a great run of form to start off this MLS campaign, there was a real argument he could have been the next man up if Alfie Jones wasn't fully fit to return to Canada to represent them at the World Cup. But with Kamal Miller being left off this roster, it is a real sign that Moise Bombito, Luc de Fougerolles, and Alfie Jones' health and fitness is trending in the right direction. And for me, Kamal Miller's best days are behind them. That is back in 2022, where Canada had a great qualification cycle. Kamal Miller was fantastic, but now this is just a different generation. This is a different era. And unfortunately for Kamal Miller, this just wasn't his time to get a call-up. Still a great servant for the Canada T, but this wasn't an opportunity for him to get a call-up, I truly believe. And if he had the form, it could have been a possibility. And on the other hand, Theo Bair has been left out. And this is one that kind of hurts, because he had such a great start to the season at Lausanne in Switzerland. Got his loan move, was playing great football at 26 years old. He was hitting the ground running. He was playing very well. He has a different physical profile than Canada's other strikers. He is a big, tall, physical striker who is crucial in clinical in front of goal and is great aerially. But then, in December, Theo Bair went out with a major injury and didn't play any football from December to March, and built up his fitness and never really got his goal-scoring boots under him to be able to make a true name for himself to come back into this Canada roster. Unfortunately, he was one of those Canadian players who was riddled by injuries this year. And for Canada, who is such right now in riches up front, yes, they might not be all scoring loads of goals. Canada has a lot of options at the front line of the football pitch. Whether it's Kyle Larin, Jonathan David, Tani Oluwase, Daniel Jebison, Promise David, Arabine Peppel, Jason Russell Rowe, there's 7 names right there. And there's only more than likely 5 going to go, and there's probably more that I have missed. It was very tough for Theo Bair to work his way into this squad. He had a good year for Lausanne at the start of the campaign, but like I said, never really was able to get going after recovering from that injury. Having 6 goals in league play, 23 matches played, 15 started, 1,500 minutes. He was very good at the start of the year, scoring goals, producing, and could have been a very interesting player for Canada if he was firing, if he was fit, just because of his physical profile and what he could have brought to this Canadian team. Late in a game, when balls are getting swung into the box, he could have been that danger man. But unfortunately for Theo Bair, the injury bug hit him at the wrong time and just wasn't able to make this squad, and is very sad to see. But this is 2 call-ups that is really starting to shape this Canadian team. Theo Bair misses out, and Kamal Miller, which is showing you that the injuries and the recovery for Canada center backs are more than likely trending in the right direction. You have Joel Waterman, Luc de Fougerolles, Alfie Jones, Moise Bombito, Derek Cornelius, and Jamie Knight-Labelle. The cuts are coming, and it's going to be very interesting to see which center backs make this Canada roster. For now, guys, those are the 2 who have officially been left off this roster, reported by Joshua Cloak of The Athletic. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? I'd be very surprised if you do. And let me know your thoughts down below. Love to hear them on this breaking news from Joshua Cloak. Smash that like button, hit that sub button, guys, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.